The season is sailing along. We've reached the 50th game for the Padres this year. It's the Buccaneers of Pittsburgh in town. Justin Upton, team leader for San Diego, leads in 8 offensive categories, including batting average, home run, RBIs, and Starling Marte, the 26-year-old sensation for Pittsburgh. He, too, with 10 home runs, 33 RBIs, leads this Pittsburgh team that comes to the game tonight, winning 7 in a row. The Pirates now at 25-22. The Padres trying to get back to that 500 mark, are 3 under that 500 level. As we welcome you on a Friday night, it's a party at the park here at Petco. Mark Grant, Dick Enberg, we hope at the end of tonight we'll all be partying. The Padres need a win, and they're sending out their ace, 6-0, James Shields.
When you look at James Shields and you look at his repertoire, when he throws that ball towards home plate, the opposition is swinging and missing a lot. And you might think because of the 95, 96-mile-an-hour fastball. No, not the case. It's the off-speed stuff, the curveball, and the changeup from James Shields. 32.4% of the time swing and miss rate. That's second in Major League Baseball, Dick. A lot of swings and misses, and then he will sneak the fastball by. So he's got so many thoughts in the opponent's hitters' minds, they don't know what to think. So when he's on his game, he's going really, really well.
And you know who's best at swing and missing?
Would it be the left-hander here, Francisco Liriano, with the Pittsburgh Pirates?
Tonight, aren't we?
34% of the time. It leads Major League Baseball. He throws a lot of sliders and changeup. In fact, his fastball, only 46% of the time. Heavy breaking stuff, heavy off-speed stuff from the lefty from Pittsburgh.
Well, we'll have more on the importance of the man at the top of the starting rotation for a Major League team. Chris Button with that report when we return to Petco Park.
Welcome back to Game 2 between the Pirates and the Padres as they look to rebound off that loss from yesterday. And James Shields on the mound today looking for win number 7 on the season. And after a loss like last night, there's no one else you'd rather have the ball in their hands than your ace. Talked to Buddy Black earlier about the confidence of being able to put the ball in Shields' hands every 5 days.
You know, a guy of his experience, his baseball aptitude, his time in the game, making major league starts. It's a good feeling for the group because he's been there before, and he's been there as a winning pitcher. So, when he pitches, there's a good feeling around the club that day.
And they've proven to provide him some run support. Coming up, Game 2, sink 'em at 7. The Padres trying to stop this win streak for the Buccos. We got first pitch coming up at Petco Park.
Future. For James Shields, the past is full of wins, but more importantly, team success. He possesses an enduring arm that confuses opposing hitters and shoulders that can lift a team when it needs it the most. A 7-0 record is in his sights, but his eyes are fixed on something bigger, sending a message to the league that the Padres' best is yet to come. And the Padres have taken the field. You can see there are many firefighters at each position, some of them just leaving the field. It's a salute by the Padres to those brave men and women. And $10,000 donation from the San Diego Padres to Fire Rescue Foundations to aid in the purchase of personal escape devices. One of the many charitable causes of this baseball franchise, and it's good to have the firefighters here, and we hope they put out the offense, extinguish the offense of this Pittsburgh Pirate team that has won 7 in a row. And here are the Bucks. How they line up tonight, brought to you by Hyundai. Polanco leads off tonight, then Walker, McCutcheon. Marte homered last night, so did Young. Pedro Alvarez at first base. Francisco Cervelli leads the Pirates with a .320 batting average. Then Jordy Mercer gets a start at shortstop, and Liriano, the pitcher, bats ninth.
And the scouting report for right-hander James Shields making his 11th start. James in the giant pitch. Yeah, we're going to talk about it all tonight, and hopefully it's what he's been doing recently. It's that curveball, that giant pitch. But don't forget about the changeup. A lot of swings and misses. And crank out the K. See how I spelled crank with a K?
I saw that.
Strikeout.
Yeah, like
so
strikeout. Yeah.
James Shields up there in the strikeout category. So hopefully he racks up some Ks and goes deep into this ball game.
Well, speaking of strikeouts, Mark Grant, he's only 3 behind the leader in strikeouts in the National League, and that would be Max Scherzer. He has 85 and Kershaw 82, and so does James Shields. Here's the Padres defense, brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. In the outfield, Upton in left, Kemp in right, and in center field tonight, a start for Almonte, Abraham Almonte. In the infield, Middlebrooks and Barmas, a former Pittsburgh Pirate, at shortstop, Jerko at second, Solarte at first, and Norris behind the plate for James Shields. They had a big win for Pittsburgh last night. Knocked out 15 base hits on their way to an 11-5 win for Clint Hurdle, their manager. They've gone 6 consecutive games with 10 or more hits.
Collectively, they are hot. It's just not one or two buccos in this lineup. Collectively, they are swinging the bats very, very well.
We'll see if James Shields can shut him down and pick up his 7th win of this year. It's his 11th start and the first ever time he's faced the Pittsburgh Pirates. Polanco, their leading base stealer, so he moves up to the top spot in the batting order. He hit 7th last night. We're underway. First pitch swung on and missed. Boy, they just come out swinging. They don't even get on the field. They're swinging down in the clubhouse, ready to go. 65 degrees at game time. Outside. Changeup. Parked at the park on a Friday night. Fans have brought their sweaters and blankets. Enjoy the action from out in right center field. Lifted to center, and now Almonte gets an early chance. One away. Neil Walker, the second baseman, is the hitter, switch hitter. #1 draft pick of the Pirates back in 2004. His dad pitched both in the minors and the majors, and ran into a note on his father, Tom, Mark, that he once in the minor leagues pitched a no-hitter in 15 innings.
Come on.
Yeah, it's in Cooperstown. So his dad, Tom, has his name enshrined for that incredible effort.
What a feat that is. He's got a rubber arm. I'm wondering if he could use that arm today.
263 Walker's average. He had 3 hits last night in 5 at-bats. Andrew McCutchen to follow here in the first. A strike barked out by Corey Blazer. Shields in 62 plus innings, 82 strikeouts. There's his arsenal. We'll look at that again.
A lot of off-speed pitches.
2-1.
Liriano the same way. 39% of the time the fastball. Now to quantify that number, usually pitchers are maybe 60 to 65%. If you're 70 on the fastball percentage, that's fastball heavy.
Dribbled toward first. It's going to be a tough, quick play, but getting there is Shields and the 3-1 put on. Well timed by Solarte and Shields. And that has to be timed well, and it goes all the way back to spring training.
It's almost as if these two pitchers tonight, Dick, James Shields and Francisco Liriano, fastball for show, off speed for dough.
There you go. McCutchen consistently raising his average. He struggled through the month of April, now up to 272. Had 3 hits last night, a couple of RBI doubles, and a single. And takes ball 1. Since the year 2012, well, if you first look at 194 from McCutchen in April, look at May, 330, and 5 home runs. Breaking ball doesn't quite get there. 2-0. But since 2012, McCutchen has hit at a .315 pace. That's the second best in all of the major leagues. Legitimate star, this man. And 3-0. Shields just missing.
It looked like a little cut fastball away from McCutchen as Starling Marte waits on deck.
That's a strike. A fastball at 92. Right down the heart of the plate.
If I'm a bet man, I don't think James Shields is going to throw another fastball this at bat to McCutchen. See if he pulls the string here.
Chop toward third, a kicks foul, and the count will go full. Yeah, that was a changeup. McCutchen, like Walker, who preceded him, a #1 draft pick. You know, the Pirates have built this outstanding young team based on failure in previous years, much the same as the Cubs. You finish, and Kansas City could be in that basket as well. You finish down at the bottom of Major League Baseball, you get top draft picks, and invariably they're the good players of the future. And here are 3 teams that are evidence of that: Pittsburgh, Cubs, and Kansas City.
And what a good feeling that is when you have your homegrown products producing at the big league level. Sprinkle in some veterans from other teams.
3-2 to McCutchen, and he walked him. First base runner, and that'll bring up left fielder Starling Marte.
Well, he started off, Andrew McCutchen, going with the fastball, and he's got such great recognition that he lays off the bad pitches. So 2-0 there. Here's a little cutter, misses, tries to frame it by Norris. Now he tries to battle back. That's the one fastball. And the foul ball and the fastball away. Only a couple of pitches in that at-bat that were really middle over the heart of the plate. So he elects to pitch to Starling Marte.
Marte leads the team in total hits. Batting average is .279. Leads in home runs and RBIs. Just 26 years of age. And he grounds that one fair. Oh, Middlebrooks thought he had a force at third, and there was no play there. A little mental lapse by Middlebrooks. He went to third as if he had a force on it, then realized no one's coming in that direction. By the time he threw to first, too late to get Marte. As you take a second look, you know, it's just he was clutching the ball, and his momentum carrying him in foul territory. Obviously, he knew the situation. It was just a matter of not fielding it cleanly, and they're going to score that a hit, I guess.
Yeah, just that little juggle. Well, we've seen Will Middlebrooks come in, go out, go to his right and left, make some nice plays, but that little juggle there was the difference in that play.
Yeah, it looked as if he was going over to hit third base for a force, but it was just his momentum carrying him right at the bag. So apologies for the insinuation. First and second, 2 outs to Jung Ho Gung. And he grounds it. No, see, he was just practicing. That's all. Thank you. Thank you very much. Force out at third. He knew all along. Presenting Padres Baseball, brought to you by your San Diego Lexus dealer. By Petco, what we feed them matters. And by Sony, the leader of 4K Ultra HD.
Hey, no spinnies on the foosball table. That's illegal. You got to just use quick wrists. No spinnies.
Hey.
Wow.
I thought that was a San Diego chicken for a moment. I guess not. Jan Solarte will lead it off against the 31-year-old southpaw Francisco Liriano. Opposing hitters this year batting only .194 against Liriano. That belies his 2-4 record. And a ground ball, shift is on, and second baseman Walker there to throw him out. On the shortstop side, here's the Padres lineup brought to you by Toyota. After Solarte, Derek Norris, then Upton and Kemp. Kemp still in the cleanup spot. Will Middlebrooks, but Black moves him up a notch into the 5th spot. He's the hot hitter. Jed Jerko has had good success against lefties. Then Abraham Almonte, Clint Marmas, and James Shields as the Padres go with an all right-handed hitting lineup tonight.
And the scouting report brought to you by Verizon Wireless. Francisco Liriano, mucho breaking balls, a lot of sliders, a lot of changeups. And the slider is his out pitch. We mentioned it in the open about the swing and miss rate for Liriano.
Norris takes a strike, 90 miles an hour on the fastball. Again, the shift is on.
Solarte hit that ball well. Just happened to.
Yeah, that might have been a hit. Yeah. Normal alignment, that would have been a base hit. Quickly ahead of Norris, 2 strikes.
I think another key that we could add on to this game is when we get to that is to try to avoid the strikeout because of the swings and misses from Liriano and Shields, both sides. Just try to put the ball in play.
Maybe try to hit it the opposite way. Huh?
Nice.
And beat the shift at the same time. 3 pitches, and Norris takes a seat. 2 away. Look at the Pittsburgh Pirate defense behind Liriano. In the outfield, Marte, McCutchen, and Polanco left to right. Dong and Alvarez at the corners of the infield with Mercer and Walker, the double play combo, and Cervelli again behind the plate. Francisco pitching to Francisco. Liriano to Cervelli. If either man should leave, it would be Sands Francisco.
Good effort. I like that. I like that effort. Good effort.
Just, happened in the shower this morning. Justin Upton, Padre leader in just about every offensive category. Batting average, home runs, RBIs, runs scored, hits, walks, stolen bases. And Liriano pumping strikes, 0-2. Upton with a stolen base last night. He's the first in the major leagues this year to hit 10 home runs and steal 10 bases. And on 3 pitches, he goes down swinging. Oh, I think Liriano isn't tough to hit. No score. Hamilton returning to the Rangers, a home run. And that isn't all. He comes back and hits another, as the Rangers now have moved out 5-2 over the Boston Red Sox in the 7th inning. Josh Hamilton delivering 2 home runs tonight. For the Buccaneers here in the 2nd inning, Alvarez, Cervelli, and Mercer against James Shields. Pedro Alvarez, El Toro, they call him. He's a bull of a man. Takes a strike.
Yeah, Pedro Alvarez, the son-in-law to the manager of the El Paso Chihuahuas, Pat Murphy. And the shift is on.
Jerko playing shallow right field against Alvarez, who was a star at Vanderbilt University, and his teammate David Price, left-handed.
Oh, that's a
curler.
Nice combo there.
9 home runs for him this year. 2-1. Another first-round pick of the Pittsburgh Pirates. And I know you're getting the gist here. And that shot into shallow right field. That's a clear base hit against the normal alignment. Just an easy out, 4-3 with the shift on. There is no question the shift is delivering more outs than giving base hits.
Absolutely, and credit James Shields for hitting his spot. Sure, that ball was hit hard, but if you hit your spot as a pitcher and the bird's eye view, Jed Jerko, what, 3-4 steps to his left? That's an easy play for the Padres.
Well hit ball. 1 out to Cervelli. Had 3 hits last night, raising his average to 320. Between Cervelli and the other catcher, Chris Stewart, the 2 men behind the plate have the best batting average of any major league team of catchers. They're hitting together .318. Pretty good to have that kind of muscle down the bottom of your order. We'll be talking about Will Myers and his potential progress to get back in the lineup. Slow but sure. A tendonitis of the wrist.
Will be joining us in the top of the 4th inning, so stay tuned to that one.
Line drive, and Cervelli, man, he's a hitting machine. He's going to go for 2 on this one as it's between the outfielders. Almonte finally comes up with it, and Cervelli a 1-out double. Second Pittsburgh hit.
Well, James Shields had him 0-2, and that on contact, that's above the belt buckle. And when the curveball is elevated, doesn't have that same type of bite to it out of any pitcher's hand. He stays back on it, thinking 2 the whole way as he splits the left center field gap.
The Pirates acquired Cervelli in the offseason in a trade with the Yankees. They sent pitcher Justin Wilson to New York. And there's no indication that he's going to be that kind of hitter. Well, maybe there is. Last year, he actually did hit very well. This is Mercer, and he fouls that into the crowd. Last year, in just 49 games with the Yankees as their backup catcher, he hit .301. Look at that youngster just loving that baseball. Jordy Mercer, a 3rd-round pick in 2008 by the Pirates out of Oklahoma State. Trying to go to right field.
And hopefully these are the hitters that James Shields can kind of do away with quickly. Make short work of Jordy Mercer. And being ahead 0-2 is a good way to start.
After Mercer, it's the pitcher Liriano. First base open. But Shields is in front of the count. 2 strikes. In the dirt. Good block by Norris. Up on the handle is Mercer. batting just 189 in limited action for the Pirates this year. This would be a good time for Shields' first strikeout. Man at second, one away. In the dirt again. Closed captioning for tonight's telecast brought to you by Wiener Schnitzel. So he's wasted a couple of breaking pitches in the dirt. Now let's see what Shields and Norris have in mind for Jordy Mercer.
Well, it might take a while until James Shields gets that good feel for that changeup or that curveball. The one that he hung to Cervelli was up around the belt buckle. But when he has that feel for that pitch, it's almost unhittable. So he throws here 2-2.
He had it from the get-go against the Dodgers his last night. Yeah. And another one that bounces in, 3 in a row.
And that's 3 blocks. Nice blocks by Derek Norris behind home plate, keeping that runner at second base.
Well, it doesn't figure that he's pitching around Mercer, a 189 hitter. But the count has run out.
You know, it's amazing. James Shields only has 2 wild pitches this year. Credit Derek Norris for blocking a lot of those curveballs, preventing wild pitches. Only 2 this year for James.
Got him swinging. Changeup. First strikeout. James Shields.
Maybe that one changeup will give James Shields the feel to where he can throw it anytime. He's proven he can do that. Comes out of his hand. It looks like a fastball. Great arm speed. And then that late movement down and in, and Mercer right over the top of it for the strikeout.
Here's Liriano. Occasionally Liriano will make contact. He has 1 hit this year. Lifetime 11 hits and an .088 batting average. Makes contact. Foul territory. Middlebrooks to the dugout, and it falls down the third step of the Bucks dugout. 2 outs. Cervelli at second base. We're in the second, no score. Game 2 of the 4-game series. Hope you've made your plans to be with us tomorrow night. The Matt Kemp jersey giveaway. And then, of course, Sunday, the always popular and emotional Military Sunday. Another foul, same spot. A little farther back into the crowd. Here, those seats, a bird's eye view. You can almost call balls and strikes from back there.
That's where the game really speeds up on you if you get a chance to sit behind home plate. Different ball game from down there.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. So strikeouts of Mercer and Liriano. That strands Cervelli. Bottom of the second, no score. Matt Kemp will lead it off for the Padres. After Kemp, Middlebrooks and Jerko.
Brooks on deck. He's batting 5th in the lineup today. Moving him up, kind of a testament to how hot he's been recently. In the last 15 games, batting .327. I talked to him earlier today about what's been the difference these last 2 weeks. He said, really? Nothing. I'm swinging the bat just like I usually do. He said the difference recently has been the lack of outstanding defensive plays when he's up there. He said he felt like he was making great contact that first month, but just fell victim to some bad luck. And I know that Mark and Dick, we've kind of talked about that. He swings a good bat, just some outfielders making some nice defensive plays against him.
Yeah, you can't help that. You just got to keep a positive frame of mind.
And that's the thing that one of the hurdles, I think, Chris, thank you so much, that hitters got to go through and get through without getting discouraged. You square one up and it's right at somebody, there's nothing you can do about it. Same swing next time and hopefully they fall in.
The last 14 games. So we'll get to Middlebrooks. He's raised his batting average. Let's see, 51 points. Matt Kemp, after a couple of good games in Anaheim, struggled last night. Struck out twice and flied out twice. Throughout his career, Kemp, when he sees that black and gold uniform, his eyes get wide. 50 games against Pittsburgh, he's hit .309. There's that breaking ball off speed, 1-1.
Oh, I love the cake hats from back in the day, the 70s.
Well placed on that changeup, 1-2.
Oh, that reminds me of Willie Stargell. Yeah. Going back. We are family.
Did he go? Yes. Strike 3. That's 3 punch outs in a row for Liriano. He got Norris and Upton to end the first, and Kemp to open the second. And time now for the T-Mobile Game Changer. And our Game Changer involves this man, Will Middlebrooks. His last 5 games with 9 hits, a .409 average, a couple of home runs, 5 runs batted in.
Just keep swinging. Put that good swing on it, and they will fall. And the kid from Texarkana, we'll see that average rise, that on-base percentage get up there.
Ahead of that off-speed pitch. In the last 2 weeks, he's hit .327 to hike his average up to that .240 mark. 6 home runs now, second on the team behind Upton. 93 in the fastball. Liriano has such great stuff. You just wonder, how can this man in his career be 78 and 76? He's an enigma. And that's that swing in this category. Liriano leading the major leagues.
Had a couple years in double digits as far as victories are concerned. 3 to be exact, with 2 with Minnesota, 1 with the Pirates a couple years ago.
Ground ball by the bag. And down into the corner, caroms off to that short porch, and that allowed Middlebrooks to ease his way into second with a double. The Padres have their first hit. He was fooled on the pitch, but had enough left that he was able to reach out and pull that ball over the bag at third.
As we mentioned earlier, a lot of breaking stuff. Front foot is down, kind of drifted a little bit with his body, but he kept his hands back, and it's in between Gung and the bag, and that spells a double. Stayed back just enough. Nicely done.
Yeah, see, those are the hits that are making up for those line drives that were caught earlier in the year. So the Padres a chance to take the lead here in the second. Jed Churko fouls it back. Good cut. Padres waiting for their second baseman to break loose. A couple of home runs, but his average locked there at 200. Shift is on. Here's a situation where why not try to go to right field? That's where the real estate invites you to go. They stack up 3 on the left side. There's the spot. Just dribble one through there. Easier said than done. Or pitch you inside. How do you do that? But
and especially with the breaking stuff from Liriano, the changeup. Sometimes that changeup will go down and into righties.
Just missed. 2-1.
One of the few fastballs tonight from Liriano, and he chose to throw that one on the inner part off the plate to Jerko.
Got a pitch to the defense, so inside is the obvious. And then he goes outside and catches the corner. Off speed, 2-2.
They caught the corner all right. 16th and Imperial. You got a call on that last breaking ball.
And now inside, full count.
You know, another thing that sticks out with Liriano is that his arm speed, his arm action is so quick. I think that's what makes his changeup effective as well as we break it down. Fastball 47, under 50%. The slider at 33. Changeup coming in last at 20%.
To right field, but foul. And what's the common denominator when you look at the arsenal of these two pitchers? Shields used all 4 of his pitches, and you can almost mix and match. I mean, it depends on what's working for him. The same with Liriano.
Right.
You go up there, you don't know what you're going to get. And if there you have command of all their repertoire, the challenge is that maybe you get one good pitch to hit it at bat.
And then if you get that one good pitch, which pitch is it going to be, right? That makes it even tougher for the hitter.
So 3-2 again to Jerko. Pulled to the left side, but the third baseman hung across for the out. 2 away, and holding at second base is Middlebrooks. Almonte, the hitter, as we look at the keys to the game. Brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
No, cool off the Bucks. We talked about it earlier. They've got a winning streak going, and they've won 7 in a row. So we got to cool them off. Secondly, continue the trend against left-handed pitchers. Collectively, 10th in Major League Baseball. The Padres hitting .264. Off southpaws. And look at that. Liriano's a left-hander.
You notice that too?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
Finally noticed that.
I like those keys to the game. Almonte batting from the right side. He is 3 for 10 this year. Much better than the left side. Overall, as you see, 176.
Norris and Upton probably going over Liriano, going over a game plan for next time up.
Way out in front of the changeup. Again off speed. Almonte going after that ball in the dirt.
And Dick, another point that I'd like to make is when we talk to Mark Kotsay and Alonzo Powell, the hitting coaches for the Padres, with a pitcher like Liriano up there, what's the words out of their mouth? We have to get him up in the zone. If you get one pitch up in the zone, you got to go to Hackett because he's good at keeping that changeup and slider down right at the knees and below, like that.
Almonte doesn't bite. It's 2-2. 2 outs. And with a double, Middlebrooks out there at second base, ready to go. A modest shift on for Almonte. Second baseman Walker's a couple of steps on the second base side. Way off the line, Alvarez at first base. Swing and a miss, and another strikeout. 4 punch outs for Liriano in the first 2 innings. in a dormant state at the moment, but it won't be long. San Diego State and University of San Diego, action from last year. And big news at Petco Park announced this evening that USD and San Diego State are going to meet. They've played each other for 18 consecutive years. They're going to play right down here at Petco Park. Then they have one sideline running from home plate to third, and then they'll put temporary bleachers from first base to second base. Steve Fisher, head coach San Diego State, and the new man at USD, Lamont Smith, join us here in the top of the third inning. That's going to be a lot of fun, huh? Playing basketball on a baseball field.
It will be great fun. It'll be an event, and San Diego is an event city, and we're so thrilled to be doing it at Petco Park.
And Lamont, we welcome you, all the Padre fans, to joining us here as a bunt beautifully placed. You can't do any better than that. And Polanco has an infield hit here to open the third inning.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you having me.
You're not a stranger. You played your college ball at USD, and he was the defensive player of the year a couple of times. That gives you a little hint of what kind of team he's going to have.
I'm nervous already.
If our guys can guard anything like Coach Fisher's team, we'll be okay.
Lamont, the last couple of years, an assistant coach at the University of New Mexico. Replaces Bill Greer with the Toreros. So Gregory Polanco with a perfect bunt single. You couldn't have walked out there and dropped it any better. If it hangs on that grass, you're going to get a base hit. Once it hits the dirt, it usually kicks foul. Here's Neil Walker. He grounded to first base his first time. Takes a strike. Now, Coach Fisher, in fact, I had the privilege of calling the game on the aircraft carrier when Syracuse came here a couple of years ago. This will be a little different. You're not going to have to fight that wind. You might have a little weather, but not the wind that we saw out on the Midway.
No, we won't have the wind that we had there, and we're hoping that you can call this game too. You did a magnificent job showing the nation what San Diego is about, and it was a great event. Yes,
it is, and your program is helping the nation to know more and more about how outstanding the Aztecs and your program has become. Those sellout crowds and all the buzz at Viejo and Jenny Craig Pavilion there on your campus, Coach. That's a beautiful facility as well. And we're hoping that you get the Toreros into that same kind of victory spirit, and they crowd your arena as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. I was playing when Coach Fisher just got started and kind of saw it from the ground up, and came back about 4 or 5 years later with James Harden, and it was quite different. So we're excited about our challenges and hope to get our fans out as well.
Well, coaches help to win games. Players win games. How's it gone in your recruiting so far, Coach? We've
signed 3 outstanding kids out of Texas here in the late signing period, and have a 4th kid from St. Louis. So we're really excited about our talent that we have coming in.
You lost the top scorer D off the back line from last year. You got someone to replace him?
You know, it's going to be hard to replace Johnny. I mean, all-time leading scorer in the university, history of the university, and tremendous ambassador to the university and our basketball program. So we hope some of our young guys can kind of walk in those shoes here soon.
Walker lines one to left field and sharply struck over to cut it off is Upton. Going on to third is Polanco, and with his speed he makes it without a throw. Runners at first and third with no one out here in the Pittsburgh third, and these Buccaneers continue to hit well. Coach Fisher, you have 3 starters and Spencer returning from your 27-win season a year ago.
Right. We expect to be good. I think when we came, we talked about growing and building a program, and we feel we've done that. We lost 3 fifth-year seniors, really good players, but we will be good again this year and looking forward to it.
Didn't you successfully recruit the top Los Angeles player of the year, at least voted by the LA Times the best player?
He's over in the Riverside area, Damien High School. He's a very good point guard, and we're excited about him, and I think he'll come in and give us a real good boost as a freshman.
So first and third here for the Pirates, and the dangerous Andrew McCutchen, and he hits it high to right field. Circling in under it is Kemp, tagging Polanco, and he's not going to risk, and the throw goes all the way to the plate. That allows Walker to go to second base. So the fans cheer that Pittsburgh didn't score, but on the failure to hit the cutoff man, Walker moves into scoring position with only 1 out, and Starling Marte, their cleanup hitter, will be the batter. Well, that's respect to Kemp's arm. You saw what happened up in Anaheim. He ended the game throwing out the runner trying to stretch a single to a double. Well, here they are. Now let's check out this action here. Coach Fisher, yeah, looked like you had a little slider going for you there.
I was going for the overhand curveball. Buddy Black made me look good. It could have triple hopped all the way back to the grandstand, but Buddy did a good job of picking it up out of the dirt.
I noticed the other night I threw out the first pitch up in Anaheim. I didn't measure it, but it seems to me that the mound to home plate is so much farther than it used to be.
Isn't that the truth? Without a shadow of a doubt.
It's just like in basketball. If you haven't been on the court for a while and you go shoot a free throw, whoa, is it that far away now? That's fun. How did you, Coach Smith, did you enjoy the experience?
I had a great time. I was just trying to do what 50 Cent didn't, when he went and threw it all across to the side there. I was just hoping that wouldn't happen for me.
That's right. I was worried about the same thing. I had the labrum problem, so I threw the labrum lob. I played it safe. So second and third for Pittsburgh here in the third inning. Marte, an infield hit. That was the play to third base back in the first inning. And he's out. Oh! You don't see that play very often anymore. You have to throw to third. You can't fake and then go to another base. And they almost caught Polanco leaning toward home plate. In fact, Bud Black's going to check with the video crew to see whether he should challenge this. Let's take a look. Coach Fisher thought he was out. Tough angle there. Now this is the angle. And yeah, it looks like he got that left paw on the bag before Middlebrooks could slap the tag on it. Not a bad effort. Maybe that'll take a step away from Polanco on a play. Ground ball to the infield, and first and third might come to the plate. They're back in the middle of the diamond. Ooh. 2 strikes now on Marte. Here's a strikeout situation with Ben at second and third and 1 out. So here's the situation. The Aztecs and Toreros to play on December 5th, a 2 o'clock in the afternoon game. Yes, right here at Petco Park. And the sidelines will be home to third and basically first to second. They'll put temporary bleachers out in shallow right field. They'll accommodate about 20,000 fans. Let's pack it up. All you season ticket holders and basketball fans, that'll be a great way to open the season. He went, but the ball gets away. Here comes the runner to the plate, and he is out. Shields covering, and Polanco gambles and loses. Nice move by Derek Norris. He didn't have time to flip it overhand. He shoveled it to Shields, and a big out at the plate. Safe at first base, strikeout and safe on the wild pitch, and boy, Polanco lucky he didn't turn an ankle as he came skidding in trying to adjust his slide. Shields had him blocked off, didn't he? I don't know. Clint Hurdle may be saying, hey, I think he got his legs, my man, in between Shields' legs and before the tag. And on that replay, it looks like he may have cause as the umpires have moved to the sidelines, and this play has been challenged. But we'll let you men go back and enjoy the game, and we just are pleased that you had a chance to be with us. Coach Fisher, we're always great to see you. It's great to meet you, Coach Smith.
Thank you so much for
having me.
And
I'll be here whether I'm behind the microphone or not. I can't wait to see you two men in action.
Thank you, Dick. Always a pleasure to be with you.
Come out and see the Padres more this season.
For sure. Thank you.
I know you're a big fan. You ever play baseball, Coach Smith?
I did growing up.
Yeah.
I did. So I enjoy the game, and been out a couple of times already, and looking forward to getting my family back out as well.
All right. Go Padres, go Toreros, go Aztecs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So again on December 5th, a 2 o'clock game. San Diego State and University of San Diego will continue their relationship and their rivalry in basketball. Here's the play again at home plate. And it looks as if Shields got him on the foreleg before the other leg got in, but that angle is tough to read. Is there enough evidence to overturn? From that angle, it looks like he might be safe. This is a big review here, a matter of a run scoring, and the the hitter striking out safe at first base. So it'd be a double win for Pittsburgh if ruled safe.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts on that last play. Feet, knees, hands, wrists. Little game of twister going on there at home plate.
So Marte checking his swing, striking out on the pitch in the dirt. And then the ensuing play, Polanco trying to score from third.
Looks like the foot may be hitting home plate before contact is made from James Shields. That's a tough one, Dick, huh?
It's hard from that angle to see just exactly when Shields applied the tag. See, from this angle, looks like he might have gotten him before the left foot hit the base. And they're trying to sort it out. Is there irrevocable evidence? No, he's out. Big call. James Shields playing goaltender. And shuts off a big run to open this game. And Pittsburgh held scoreless so far. After the dust clears, Walker moves over to third. Safe at first on the strikeout wild pitch is Marte, and the batter is Jung-Ho Kang, who grounded to third unassisted the first time. Way outside. Well, here's a look at the reviews. 349 of them this year. Nearly half have been overturned. And it's taken an average time of 1 minute 47 seconds to make the decision. So they've tightened that up. First and third. Runner goes. Throw by Norris. And he's safe. Jeff Nelson studying that call before waving his arms, palms down.
Okay, pretend you're the umpire. This is real time. You've got to make this call. You put yourself in a good position. Oh, wow. I'll tell you what, the umps, that's not an easy job, folks. It is not an easy job. And you've got to make up your mind at a split second.
And Corey Blazer's decision confirmed by the replay. 2-0 to Kang.
You know, Dick, you talk about confidence in players making good plays, coming through in clutch situations. Think of an umpire. You make that call, and then it's confirmed you made the right call. That's got to do confidence for an umpire as well.
You bet. Yeah, and that's a feel-good moment for an umpire. He wants to get the calls right. I mean, they're proud of that. We're quick to criticize those that we think they may have missed. But they leave work each day and each night, and if you've made the right calls, hey, that paycheck is well earned. Swing and a miss by Kang on a changeup. He had a ball a country mile last night, middle of the second deck in left field, 430 feet. They got the Pirates off to a 3-0 start in the first inning.
Yeah, it looked like a hanging spinner out of the hand of Ian Kennedy, and that changeup there working down. You know, if he tops that baseball, Will Middlebrooks at third base is in a good position to field a grounder.
And the count goes full. Another changeup. You saw that Kang perspires heavily. He actually carries his own rosin bag to his defensive position, and he has a habit before every pitch to go and get that rosin bag, keep his hands dry. We'll try to catch him in the act when he takes the field the next inning. Full count, first and third, and he hits him. Shields has been off the mark. Bases are loaded. It all started with a bunt single Polanco, sharp single Walker to left after McCutchen flied out, the strikeout wild pitch, and Polanco tossed out catcher to pitcher. And now Kang fills the bases for Pittsburgh, and it's up to Pedro Alvarez.
You can see, I'm guessing that by the way Kang reacted to that, he kind of did turn in a little bit. That ball did hit him in the knee. I guess Buddy's argument would be, hey, did he give an effort to get out of the way? And according to Corey Blazer, he most certainly did. And that's what you do as a hitter. You turn your back, your name and number towards the pitcher. Same thing with the bottom half.
Alvarez swings and grounds it wide of first base. He hit the ball sharply the first time out to Jerko in shallow right field. And Jerko threw him out. And the shift is on.
Pretty good numbers right there.
Line drive, foul. Oh my, that would have cleared the bases. That was a 3-run shot if it stays inside the line.
Got to be careful with that curveball to the left-handed hitting Alvarez. If you leave it over the heart of the plate, it's going to speed up his bat and do just that. So on contact, where was this curveball? Ooh. Contact, knee high, middle in, out front just enough to pull it foul. Strike 2.
That's a take a deep breath recovery for Padre fans.
Looks like the trainer went out to look at Dung.
After being hit on the knee, he hobbled a bit, not running it or jogging at full speed. So 2 strikes on Alvarez. Shields trying to come up with the goods and pitch out of this bases loaded jam. We're in the top of the 3rd. Ground ball through the empty left side of the infield. That'll score 2. Gung will hold at second. And the Pirates lead 2-0. Well, for one time, a player beats the shift, and it's worth 2 runs to the Pirates.
Well, how about that? The curveball way out front, pulls it foul down the right field line. This pitch here, a changeup way off the plate. I mean, that's a good 6-8 inches off the plate. Hits it where they ain't.
Not hit hard, but when you have all that room in which to hit, you can get that result. So the Pirates take a 2-0 lead here in the 3rd. Shields almost pitched out of that. Was an 0-2 pitch. Alvarez punched through the left side. Here's Cervelli, double to left center his first time.
Dick, you just mentioned that 0-2. 5 hits for the Pirates. 4 hits. 5 hits. I checked that. 5 hits. 3 of them on 0-2 counts.
1-1 to Cervelli. Scoreboard has only registered 4 hits,
right,
but we have 5. And 5 it is. Two and 1. We mentioned last night that Cervelli played for Italy in the World Baseball Classic. He was born in Italy, and age 5 his family moved to Venezuela, so he grew up in Venezuela, but Italian birthplace. And 3-1. Shields not happy with himself. This is a long inning. 54 pitches now. So that strikeout wild pitch came around to score. Yeah, runners move, strike, and an easy steal of 3rd by Gung, as Shields paid little attention to him. Second stolen base in the inning. So 1st and 3rd, full count. Alvarez will be off with this delivery. Strike 3 call on the outside corner, and confirmed by our Fox Sports shot. 2 for the Pittsburgh Pirates in the 3rd.
huge Padres fan, 9-year-old Marcelo, who right now is at Rady's Children's Hospital battling cystic fibrosis. He was dropped by his insurance, and some of the Padres, their families, and have been trying to raise him money. And today, look who he got to hang out with, Matt Kemp. And Matt is asking people to please go donate to help Marcelo be able to pay for his treatments. Go to www.gofundme.com/MarceloCF. What a great way to spend the afternoon. If you're going to be in the hospital, why not with one of your heroes, Dick?
Yeah, that's a nice story, and it's the kinds of stories that are not told. They're not quick to praise themselves, the athletes, but they do so much good work in the community, and we take hats off to them. Now the Padres fall behind 2-0. Barmes, Shields, and Solarte against Liriano. 1-1. Barmes, a Pirate the last 3 years. Last season hit .245 in the Pittsburgh uniform. Clipped foul. 1-2. Score first. The record of these two teams identical, 17-6. When scoring the first run of the game, and the Pirates have 2 early, and another foul by Barmes.
On the bounce, it's so important. You've got to keep heads up. That man's going home with a big league baseball. Look at his reaction.
Strike 3 called. Oh. Barmes caught looking. 5 strikeouts already for Francisco Liriano. 5 of the 8 outs recorded.
Also now Clint Barmes, rather than being out at shortstop watching Liriano, he's on the other end of it and gets called for a strikeout on the inside part of the plate.
One away to the pitcher Shields, who has 4 hits, more hits than any of the Padre pitchers. Came close to hitting a home run at Dodger Stadium. Hit one deep to the warning path in left field. One and one. You know, the last 2 nights, quickly tuck this in, the national anthem just have been superb. Last night, the Del Norte High School Band, just terrific. What a band. They had string instruments, full orchestra. And tonight, the Catholic Schools All-Star Choir sung the anthem.
It was beautiful, wasn't it?
Terrific. Thank you for coming out and making the evening more complete. 2-1. Line to center field. McCutchen has to go back on the ball and makes the catch. Well hit by Shields for the second out. Tonight's Cold Hard Facts brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. It involves a Pittsburgh Pirate. On this date in 1956, Dale Long, big left-handed hitting first baseman. He had hit a home run in 8 consecutive games.
Come on.
Came to an end. Don Newcomb held him hitless in a 10-1 win.
8 games in a row?
Hit a home run, Dale Long. It's been equaled twice since. Don Mattingly did it with the Yankees.
I remember hearing about that one back in the day.
And Junior Griffey did it as well. Dale Long, that became a headline story. Not again. 6 in a row, 7, 8 straight games, a home run. Solarte with 2 outs, grounds that one on a high hop to third baseman Gung, and the rest is a 5-3 putout as Liriano rolling along with a 2-0 lead. Padres no runs and a hit against Francisco Liriano. Will Myers in the dugout, joining us here for a half inning. The pride and joy of Thomasville, North Carolina.
That's right.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Wrist is getting a lot better. I'm getting checked out tomorrow by a doctor, so hopefully we'll know more tomorrow.
So when do you think you might be able to jump in the batting cage and try it out?
Hopefully tomorrow. You never know. It all depends on what the doctor says, so we'll see.
So what type of baseball activities are you doing right now, Will? Besides getting seeds thrown in.
Yeah, I'm taking a lot of ground balls, taking some fly balls. I'm getting all my defensive work in. I'm able to do that, so that's good. I was shut down for a few days from doing that, and I was about to go crazy not being able to do anything. But so far, just watching a baseball game, just trying to pick up a few things here and there, to be able to help my game.
Leading off for the Pirates here in the fourth, Jordy Mercer. He struck out swinging the first time. How did you enjoy your few games there at first base?
I had a lot of fun. It's the first position I felt like I've been really good at. I played a lot of infield in high school, and it's something I really enjoy working at as well, and I think that's a big thing. So, buddies have me stay up there working, and I've really enjoyed it so far. I really like to take ground balls and work there.
Will, you could probably play anywhere. We all know that you're such a great athlete, but what was the biggest challenge going over to first base?
Cutoffs. Cutoffs.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know where to go right now with cutoffs, but because if there's not a guy on first base, I forget about the guy on second base cutting home. So that's kind of the only thing that I really got to work on with that. But other than that, it's pretty easy position. Not a lot of throwing, just catching some ground balls.
Nice range by Barmes to throw out Jordy Mercer, and that with one out brings up Liriano, the pitcher.
Now, since you can't swing the bat, and since you can't do a lot of things as far as baseball activity is concerned, how much video do you watch? I mean, because you got to keep your mind sharp too. So do you see yourself swinging the bat on video?
Baseball video now.
Yeah, no, I do. I go in and watch, just try to keep my skills and to keep a visual of what I need to see. I don't try to check out many times I get out. I like to see my hits. Keep the confidence there. So usually every day I'll come in and watch the hits that I've got this year. So I'm not huge into video. I just want to stick with my plan as much as I can. So, but I do like to see the visual, see the pitches coming in. I've been standing in on a lot of bullpens just to keep my eyes where they need to be. But other than that, I'm not a huge video guy.
Liriano tags one on the line, but Almonte there for the second out. Well, we've got several tweets here from female Padre fans. They're wondering about your social life. Everything okay?
Yeah, my social life's okay, Dick. Thank you.
Just okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hubba hubba.
Yeah.
Hey, are you keeping it interesting on the bench, Will? I mean, let's face it. Being on the DL, you want to contribute. Are you part cheerleader?
Yeah, I'm
keeping the guys loose.
Yeah, I'm cheering like crazy over here for my team. You got to stay loose on the bench. You got to keep it energetic in here. So I'm doing the best I can to be a cheerleader right now.
Well, we'll let you get your batting helmet on and recover from the tossed seeds that are firing at you there.
It's gum right now.
It's gum. All right. Hey, Will, get well soon. We miss you in that starting lineup.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
All right, Will, thank you so much.
Thanks for the time. Good kid.
I
huh?
love that kid.
Well, you went out with him shopping for food, didn't you?
We did. We went out, spent the day together when he was first here in San Diego, showed him some sights, had a good old time.
Ball fouled at the plate. Polanco flied to center and beat out a bunt single, and then was eventually thrown out at home plate on a strikeout wild pitch. He's collecting information, that's for certain. He's constantly gabbing with his teammates.
He's the type of personality where everybody's just getting a piece of him, giving him a hard time. There are certain guys on teams where you can just get on them and have a good time with it. He just laughs it off.
He's just got that ever-present smile, that kind of here I am. I'm in the major leagues, and I'm liking it. I'm liking you. Oh, and 2 to Polanco. Inside. 91 on the fastball.
Tried to double up, went back in there. I think he's got him set up after going back-to-back fastballs in for something soft away, possibly like a changeup. He's throwing it 3-2. He'll throw it any time when he's got that good feel for it.
And that would nub foul. Curveball. This Pirate lineup features 3 men born in the Dominican Republic. High fly ball to center field. Monty didn't pick it up. No, he's able to race in. He didn't see it off the bat and able to use his speed to run it down. A 1-2-3 inning for Shields. Baseball brought to you by Saquon Casino, only 25 miles from Petco Park. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Randy Jones offering an autograph with his number 35 on that Major League ball. It's got a nice signature, doesn't it?
That's a good one to have. Love the left-hander.
Certainly a major part of Padre history. And he'll be a lifelong member of the club. Derek Norris, Justin Upton, Matt Kemp try to get something going against Liriano, who's allowed only 1 hit. Double by Middlebrooks over the bag at third, 2nd inning. Norris, Upton, and Kemp all were struck out by Liriano their first times up. 1-1. Two and 1. In 2012, Liriano with Minnesota and the White Sox struggled. He was 6-12. The Pirates gave him a chance, and he was the National League Comeback Player of the Year the next season, 2013. 3-1 now the count. All he did that year was go 16-8. Three balls and a strike. whiff rate, swing and a miss. Liriano leading the major leagues, 34% of his pitches, no contact. And Shields is second, and Ross is third.
And tonight, of the swings that the Padres have taken, they've swung and missed 50% of the time. And Steve Finley joining us down by the Padre dugout. I ask you, my friend, talking about something you didn't do a lot of, but was there one pitcher out there that just gave you fits that you swung and missed at a lot?
Yes, he's going into the Hall of Fame this year, Randy Johnson. I think a lot of guys swung and missed against him.
Yeah, you're in good company with a lot of people, huh?
Yeah, I got to hit my first ever at bat against him in the big leagues and about 10 or 12 straight strikeouts.
Another foul. It remains a full count to Norris.
How about the other guy going in, John Smoltz? What was your success rate against John Smoltz? You remember?
I didn't do very well against him either. Maddox is the only guy I had good success against late in his career, but Glavine I didn't have good success against either. all that crop going in, not a whole lot of success.
That's why they're going into the Hall of Fame. You weren't the only one. 3-2 again, and a line drive past Hoffman, the coach at third.
You know, when you have a swing and miss pitch like both Liriano and Shields have with their changeups, they're both devastating, and you get a lot of swings and misses on those kind of pitches. It gives you that out pitch you can go to in a big situation.
So 3-2 to Norris. He's spoiled a couple pitches in a row. What do you think he's going to get here? Changeup?
I think he's going to go with the breaking ball, backdoor. How about, I think, a backdoor slider. Well, Steve Finley, when you ask, you receive. 84 at-bats against John Smoltz. He struck out 21 times.
That might be the most of anybody.
It is.
Got him again. 6 strikeouts for Liriano.
And that, in fact, was the breaking ball down and in from Liriano. Cervelli actually wanted that ball on the outer half of the plate, the backdoor style, but it's got such great depth to it and break that he swung right over the top of it, even though he missed with location. Good pitch.
You know,
go ahead, Steve.
I was saying, watching him, every pitch comes out of the same arm slot, and that's what makes it so difficult.
He got Upton as well, striking him out swinging in the first.
Steve, how many times would you go up to the video room after an at-bat? Were you big on that, or you just go to the next at-bat, worry about it?
You know, Tony Gwynn kind of got me into that. He was a big video guy. When we came here, that's when we had those little portable video players we would take around with us on all the road trips, and Tony really would help us learn how to break down our swings. And so I started looking more and more, and then they would have all of our bats, and yeah, you'd run up there between innings. You know, if you had a good at-bat, you didn't worry about it. If you had a bad at-bat, you wanted to see what you did wrong.
2-0 to Upton. 3-0. They don't use the shift on Justin Upton. Respecting his all-field talent. And a 4-pitch walk. Second base runner for San Diego tonight. Brings up Matt Kemp.
You know, with Liriano, looking at his numbers, the innings he struggles with are the third and the fourth innings, fifth innings of the game, whenever he's in about 45 to 60 pitches, 65 pitches. That's in the numbers, that's what they say that he struggles in. So let's hope the Padres can take advantage of it right now.
Well, why do you think that is, Steve?
I have no idea, because he's great at the first part of the game and really great at the end of the game if you let him stay in the game too long.
That's 5 in a row out of the strike zone, so catcher Cervelli's going to go out and talk with Liriano.
Steve, you were the two-time All-Star, but I do have a question, because when I look at the pitches Liriano has thrown this evening, if you just take the swing or the hitter out of the equation, how many of the sliders, how many of the changeups, and this is a question, I'm not expecting an answer as far as how many, but how many, if taken, were legit strikes? So my question is, if he doesn't throw it for a strike, how tough is it to lay off that ball, even though it looks like a strike, but ends up out of the strike zone?
Well, I have been watching, and he has thrown that changeup for a strike tonight, and that's what makes it difficult. You can't. If he's throwing it consistently out of the zone, eventually the hitter's going to make the adjustment. You hope. but he is throwing pitches close enough to the strike zone to make you have to offer at him, especially with 2 strikes.
See, like there's a breaking ball for a called strike, and that looked like the board says a changeup, but it looked like it had slider-type movement, and there's the percentages. Very, very close. 38 on the fastball, 31 on the changeup, and 31 on the breaking ball.
80 miles an hour that last pitch for a strike. 1-1. And it gets away all the way to the screen, and Upton will advance. That might be a pass ball. I don't think it hit the ground.
Didn't look like it hit the ground from here.
Handcuffs Cerfelli, and that moves Upton into scoring position. With a count 2-1. It is a pass ball.
It was a fastball. Yep. Should have been caught.
So a chance for Kemp to cut that lead in half. Good take. 3-1. Will Middlebrooks, who has the only hit off Liriano, a double, on deck. Foul ball, full count. So on the shot before, the executive chairman, Ron Fowler, enjoying the game from his box seat with his wife, Alexis, rather. There they are. Well, he's happy tonight.
Yeah.
He needs some wins like all the other Padre fans. Alexis is a big baseball fan as well. So full count. And just did clip enough of that to stay alive.
Looked like a little tight slider at 83 from Liriano.
He was 7-10 last year with the Pirates and a 3.38 ERA. Threw a no-hitter back in 2011 when he was with Minnesota. He gets Kemp on a ball in the dirt, and that's what's been happening to Matt Kemp. He is going after those balls down and away.
Up and out of the zone, and Liriano just relying on a lot of movement and missed some spots as well as the pass ball. Trying to stay out of the heart of the plate. Very, very few pitches that are straight. So Matt Kemp has to be short, quick to that baseball, and he finishes off there. And at times it's kind of tough to tell if that's a changeup or a slider, because if that ball's breaking down and away to the lefty, it's got slider break to it. The board's showing changeup. Whatever it is, it's tough to square up.
Middlebrooks has the only hit, a double over the bag at third. Continuing his hot hitting, 10 for the last 23, well over 400. Sure would pretty up the scoreboard to get a run here in the fourth. 2-0. 60 pitches now for Liriano.
As hot as Middlebrooks has been, I'm sure the Pirates know that. I doubt they're going to give him a whole lot to hit right here.
First base open, Jerko next. He goes to the off speed. 2-1. Jed grounded to third, his at bat. Low and in, low and in, low and in, and then he'll throw that fastball on the outside corner. See if Middlebrooks gets a good pitch here. Oh, man. Liriano's tough enough.
Yeah, no kidding. Got a call there. And a 3-1 breaking ball. I mean, that's a slider, according to Fox Tracks, down, but Liriano gets the call.
So 3-2 to Middlebrooks.
You got to think breaking ball here. He's not going to get anything straight, I don't think.
You see the 5 spots, and there's not one in the strike zone. Picking on the edges. And he got him. Strikes out the side. 8 strikeouts. Liriano in 4 innings. Yes, he's got the swing and miss going for him.
We're going to focus on the curveball, the old number 2 from James Shields, out of the hand. Look at the drop, look at the tilt, look at the depth on the curveball. And when it's on, yeah, he'll make hitters look sick at the plate, way out in front. Once again, top to bottom, 12-6, nose to toes, the knee buckler. Any way you look at it, James Shields will throw it any time, anywhere. That's the confidence he has in the old number 2.
Most strikeouts by curveball. James Shields 4th in the major leagues. A.J. Burnett, we saw him last night. Then Kershaw and Kluber ahead of Shields. High fly ball driven to left center field. Almonte on the run and makes the catch going away. Neil Walker bidding for extra base hits. A 1 for 3 for Walker tonight.
You know what's good about that play? Almonte was playing on the third base side of second base. Shields pitched him away. So on contact, see where he's playing? Bang, to the right. He's got some room to work with before he gets to the track and hauls it in. Pitching him away, playing him away.
Andrew McCutchen has walked and flied to right. Pirates scored 2 in the third, a somewhat bizarre inning. Bunt single opened it, Polanco. Walker singled him to third. McCutchen flied out, no advance by the runners. Well, there was an advance. The throw to the plate was not cut off, so Walker went to second base. So second and third with 1 out, and then Marte struck out. Wild pitch. Catcher Norris scrambled after it, threw to Shields, and Shields able to make the tag on Polanco for the second out. Still no score for Pittsburgh. Change up, 1-2. But on a 3-2 pitch, Shields hit Gung to load the bases. And with the shift on, Alvarez singled through the open left side to knock in 2, and that's the story so far. Game 3 tomorrow night, 1 hour later than the normal Saturday night. Actually, an hour and a half later. Instead of a 5:30 game, a 7:10 game tomorrow night. Tyson Ross for the Padres against Charlie Morton. Morton back from hip surgery, making his second start of the year. Two and two.
Boy, McCutchen took that last pitch as if he knew it was coming. Did you see that on that changeup? He just recognized that and didn't even offer, didn't even flinch.
When you're hot like he is, that's the way you see the ball.
Looks like a fastball away here. It's curveball, changeup, slider.
Changeup in.
Is that what you're calling, Steve Finley?
Changeup in.
Okay, I'm going to guess fastball or changeup away. No, I'm going to change that. Curveball. I'm going to go curveball.
Step out of the batter's box.
Slider. Oh, slider. So it looks like it's going to be a breaking ball.
And it's strike three call. The fifth strikeout for James Shields.
Great pitch from James Shields. After shaking off, the bottom line is you want to be on the same page, and it's the slider on the inside part of the plate. Freezes McCutchen.
So with 5 strikeouts tonight, that's 87 on the season for Shields, moving him into the #1 spot in the National League ahead of Max Scherzer and Clayton Kershaw.
That was a great pitch.
Marte struck out and was safe on a wild pitch and eventually scored in the third. Grew up admiring Vladimir Guerrero, did Marte. Mom passed away at age 9 and was raised by his grandmother in the Dominican Republic. One and 0. So the 9 players in the lineup for Clint Hurdle tonight, 4 are from the Dominican Republic. Marte, Alvarez, Polanco, and the pitcher Liriano. One and 2. There's the changeup.
And you see the Fox tracks brought to you by Southland Technology. He is staying down and out of the zone big time. Those pitches. That's pitches with a P. Stay out of the zone. Avoid that sweet spot.
San Francisco leading Atlanta 2-1 in the 6th inning tonight. Dodgers were shut out by the Cardinals 3-0. Arizona beat Milwaukee 7-5. Pretty good pitch there. 2 and 2. Just got a piece of that curveball. Here's that play at the plate. Polanco trying to score on a strikeout wild pitch. Norris scrambles. Shields covering. And this is almost too close to call. It involved a challenge as Shields applies the tag on Polanco, and New York ruled he was indeed out. Back to 2 and 2 to Marte.
See, back in the old days, 3 years ago, no replay. We can say the old days.
I like the old days.
Remember, it was an unwritten rule. If the ball beat you, you just put that ball in front of the bag, automatic out. Nowadays, though, you do that. If that foot or hand finds a way around it, guess what? Challenge time.
That's exactly right.
It's changed the game.
Three and 2. Inside. Bases empty, 2 outs here in the 5th inning, and the Pirates leading 2-0. They've won 7 in a row, Pittsburgh. And they've won 5 of the last 7 here at Petco. Way out in front. Got him. That was hard work, but Shields finally prevails. 6 strikeouts for Shields, but his partner on the other side, Lariano, has fanned 8 tonight. Swings and misses. We knew that was going to happen from both these pitchers. History brought to you by Geico. 1998, a 3-3 tie in the 16th inning at Qualcomm. Steve Finley singles off Pirates reliever Javier Martinez to win the game. A walk-off winning base hit for Steve Finley, and it's not the madhouse celebration of the current years, but they finally come out of the dugout and congratulate Finley to go home. Long game. The right result.
I can't imagine there was a whole lot of people left in 16 innings, that's for sure. A good win nonetheless.
Now that was going with the pitch right there, and that's something that Steve Finley did a long time in a nice big league career. 2-time All-Star, Steve Finley.
You guys are too nice.
Jet Jerko, Abraham Almonte, Clint Barmist against Lariano here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-0 Pittsburgh. And out of play.
Steve, I'm trying to make you feel good after all those punchies against John Smoltz.
Well, you had a lot to do with me having success. You would go out there and throw batting practice to Tony Gwynn and I anytime we needed it from the mound, cutting it loose.
Oh, that was fun.
Kept you in good shape, huh? 2-1 to Jerko. Ground ball through the shift on the left side. Hard to do. That's a base hit, shift or no shift. Jerko finds the right hole. Second hit off Lariano. Brings the tying run to the plate, Abraham Almonte.
A good start for Jed Jerko and the Padres trying to get something going here. Student body left, and Jed says, you got to be shifting me. I'm going to hit one right through the hole there. I'll show you.
Drilled that between Walker, Wood shifted over on the shortstop side, and the shortstop Mercer. Almonte, one of the 8 strikeout victims of Lariano tonight. Foul ball. Tried to push one up that first base side, but a kick foul. Tonight's game is presented in HD by Sony 4K. That brilliant scoreboard. Abraham looking out at his own likeness. Must be a shock at first. It's so brilliant. Let's see. How am I hitting so far this year? Who's going to come up behind me? Who's due up? Yeah, that's up in the left-hand corner.
Yeah, that never gets old, looking up at that thing.
Big hole right side. 0-2. 92 on the fastball. In the dirt. That's almost predictable, isn't it? The key to the excellent pitching of Liriano, Shields too, is that a lot of the swings and misses are pitches that aren't strikes.
We got squeezed on that last call.
He gets him there. 9 strikeouts.
Steve Finley, does it seem like Liriano's changeup comes in a little hot? And what I mean by that is fastball's about 92-ish, but his changeups, as we take a look inside the glove, at 85, usually it's like maybe 10 or 13 miles an hour difference.
Well, as we talked about before, it's arm action, deception. You know, the first 35 feet out of the pitcher's hand, the hitter has to determine what pitch it is, the spin, the rotation, whether he's going to swing or not, the trajectory. And the last 15 feet are his last chance to swing. And when you have deception like Liriano does, it pushes that to the limits.
Yeah, but I've been keeping track of the fastball, and Liriano's about 91, 92 at times on the fastball. At one time early in the game, he did hit 93, but the changeup, man, it's 85. That's a 7 mile an hour, 8 mile an hour difference.
Ground ball to the left side, deep in the hole and through under the glove of shortstop Mercer. Uh-oh, watch out. This could be a play at third, and safe is Jerko. That was a gamble, big gamble. And Jerko able to get an extra 90 feet on that single off the bat of Clint Barmas. Best chance for the Padres tonight.
Yeah, this is one play running on the bases where you cannot hesitate. Off the glove of Mercer, and Jed Jerko turned it on. Just off the glove of the webbing.
And the fact it slowed down the ball going to left field allowed Jerko to make that decision. The race to third. And it's almost as if Gung at third base didn't plan on anyone coming in there and had left the bag. So first and third with one out here in the 5th inning, and the pitcher Shields is up. Shields hit the ball as hard as any Padre against Liriano tonight. A line out to center field. That would play nicely right here for a run. Infield will play in at the corners and back up the middle. A Padre pitcher. Here we are, the 50th game of the year. There has not been a single RBI by a Padre pitcher. Here's a chance. Strike one.
I like this, letting him swing. You know, he's been an American League pitcher, probably hasn't sacrificed a whole lot, and he's a good athlete. I'll take my chances on him putting one in play.
Yeah, and the only right-hander on the bench tonight is Hedges, it's your backup catcher. You've got Amarice, Spansburg, Venable, who are all lefties.
In the dirt, a good block by Cervelli. Jerko had a good lead leaning toward the plate. Should that one get away? Glenn Hoffman coming down to talk to Shields, so maybe there was a missed sign. Maybe they let him swing at the first pitch, and they had the bunt on that pitch.
This is the time sometimes you'll see a safety squeeze where the pitcher will bunt it down the third base line, make the third baseman come in, and the runner on third base just follows that third baseman down the line. If he makes a throw to first, he just trots home.
How about a butcher boy here? Show bunt, pull back, hit it on the ground.
2-1.
Yeah, that's a good call, Steve.
Just average speed at best on the bases in. Barmas at first and Jerko at third.
I'm guessing he could be squaring again here with that runner at first base. Run it down the first base line. Oh, swinging.
And fouls it away. You got to figure that he's swinging now.
And another key is freeze on the line drive. In the event James Shields squares one up, let that line drive go through. You do not want to get doubled up.
Fouled at the plate. He takes good cuts, Shields.
He fouls it off, James Shields. Take a bite out of that shillelagh. He wanted to take a bite out of that last pitch.
'80th pitch of the night coming up from the left-hander Liriano. Fans trying to root at least a fly ball, get in a run here.
Breaking ball.
And the count goes full. It's a terrific at bat so far for Shields.
I think Liriano might be a little reluctant. You hang a breaking ball here because he doesn't want to bounce it with the chance of a ball going back to the screen. That would mean a run for San Diego. James Shields possibly get a hanging breaking ball. Do some damage.
Full count. Strike three called. He went to the breaking ball, caught the outside corner. 10 strikeouts for Liriano.
Well, out of the hand of Liriano, it's a backdoor breaking ball, and looks like he may have gotten a call. Oh, what a battle for James Shields, though.
And just might have taken a little bite out of the corner, but right off the black. Solarte's had a good record this year, runners in scoring position. And 2 out, hitting .471. 8 for 17. But most of those hits have come left-handed.
That was a good battle there, James Shields. Got the bat taken out of his hand. Got a call there, Liriano did on that last pitch.
So 2 outs, first and third to Solarte. He's grounded out twice, second and to third. And that ball is ruled fair and thrown out at first by Gung is Solarte. So the Padres first and third, 1 out, cannot push to run across. And misses, we've gotten them from these strikeout pitchers. Shields now with 6 has taken the National League lead. Liriano with 10 strikeouts in 5 innings. His stuff has been very, very good again tonight. The big play of the game was here as Polanco tried to score from third on a wild pitch strikeout, but was called out. But the inning continued, and with the bases loaded, Alvarez with a soft ground ball single through a wide open left side. The shift was on. And that plated 2 runs, and that's where we stand 2-0 after 5. 3 hits for the Padres, 5 for Pittsburgh. 7 in a row retired by Shields since that single by Alvarez. Breaking ball just misses to Gong, then Alvarez and Cervelli. in the sixth.
Yeah, you look at Shields out there tonight. He's pitching very, very well tonight. That one grounder that we saw Alvarez beat the shift.
High fly ball, center field Almonte. That's way up there. One away.
It was an 18 hopper to the left side of second base. Just so happened that the Padres had that shift on, and Alvarez took a pitch. It was a good 6-8 inches outside and went with it. But James throwing the ball well tonight. 87 pitch effort. Early on, didn't really have the feel for the changeup of the curveball, but finds himself working in the sixth inning here.
Alvarez, the first time up, hit it very hard, but Jerko playing shallow right field for a 4-3 putout, and then goes the other way with a soft single for 2 runs. Cervelli on deck. Pirates in the 7-game winning streak have done more than just hit the ball. With the last 6 games, 10 hits or more. They've received some terrific pitching through the entire rotation. ERA of 1.71 in the 7 games. So they're hitting and pitching. Terrific combination. That's what leads to winning streaks. Ground ball. Jerko can't get to that one. Into right field for a base hit. So he beats the shift to the left side and beats the stacked right side on that swing.
Probably goes after the shift critics right there. That would have been 2 outs on those 2 ground balls he hit if he were just playing normal.
Yeah, that would have been right to Jerko if he was in the normal position. 1 out single. Cervelli has doubled and took a 3rd strike. Infield sets for 2. Fouled at the plate.
A very short lead for Alvarez over at first base, and prior to this game, 122 at bats for Cervelli. He's only grounded into 1 double play this year.
I think it's time for number 2.
I like the sound of that.
2 teams behind the Padres in the NL West standings have won tonight, Arizona and Colorado. And don't look now, the Dodgers lost, and if the Giants win tonight and they're leading 2-1, the Giants are going to go into first place. Wow. They have had some terrific May. They've won 20 games here in May, looking for 21. Oh, and 2, another swing and a miss, a changeup. Another great angle as a fan. First base side. Cholula, what about Cholula, Mud Grant?
Well, it's time to check the Cholula flamethrower, and with James Shields on the mound, 93. That's chunky mild sauce.
Chunky mild sauce.
Yeah. Diced tomatoes, peppers. Just mild, but effective.
All good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
1 and 2. James Shields trying to run his record to 7-0. Needs some run support. He's gotten a lot of that during the course of the year. In fact, the Padres in his outings have scored 7.65 runs each start. The rest of the starters 3.9, and then poor Andrew Kashner 2.8. Shields has gotten his share of runs, but not tonight so far. Close.
Seems like a handful of Pirate hitters, Steve Finley, kind of Recognize that changeup down and in, and later in this game, kind of just spitting on it a little bit.
Well, I was just noticing these guys are they're a free swinging team till they get to 2 strikes, and they're really making Shields work after that. And, I'm watching all of them almost going to a no stride and really making themselves see the ball a little bit longer and clearer.
Runner goes. Ball 4. So 2 on, 1 out here in the 6th.
Hey, tomorrow here in San Diego, it's baseball night in San Diego, and it's a giveaway. It's going to feature a Matt Kemp Padres replica jersey presented by our friends at Petco for every fan in attendance. Get your tickets. Get online tonight if you like. The game tomorrow is at 7:10 against these same Pirates. And walk away with your very own Matt Kemp camo jersey.
And that's that popular camouflage jersey. And that's not all. Your pet wins, too, because you're going to bring home a handsome bandana for your pet. Jordy Mercer has struck out and grounded to short. Slider. One out single by Alvarez, a walk to Cervelli. Mercer and then the pitcher Liriano. Another changeup, 1-1. 2 pitches away from the century mark.
And one pitch on this evening was the changeup off the plate that resulted in the 2 runs for the Pirates. That was off the bat of Alvarez in that 3rd inning. If taken, clearly would have been a ball. But Alvarez took it the other way.
Another slider, 1-2. Dale Thayer getting ready. It's like taking the pulse of a game. If there's not enough action, not enough beat to that pulse, what do the fans do? The wave. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Here's the 100th pitch of the night from James Shields. And misses inside. Alvarez leads from second, Cervelli from first. Count level at 2-2 to Jordy Mercer, the shortstop. And another full count. Pittsburgh starts tonight 6 games out of first. St. Louis and the Cardinals have won. Padres open 6.5 behind the Dodgers and a chance to move up a notch with a win themselves.
Seems like Shields and Norris have been off key a little bit tonight. I've seen Shields shaking an awful lot tonight.
See what the runners do here. 3-2. They're going. And a high fly ball to right center field. A long run. Almonte. He's going to get there. Makes the catch. Whoa! Almost snow coned out of the webbing of the glove, and the 2 runners return. Long run for Almonte to get the out.
Well, Steve Finley, you patrolled center field for many, many years. What did you see on this play by Almonte?
Well, he covered a lot of ground there. You know, watching right there, he gets right there at the end. He almost slows up too much. I think he thought he was going to catch it a little easier than he did, and a little bit of a snow cone.
Whoa. Off the small finger part of the glove, and then able to roll it into the pocket for the second out. And here's Liriano. Liriano hit the ball hard the last time. Line drive to center field. Ball 1. He's not out of the 6th inning yet, Shields, and he's thrown 103 pitches. One wonders how much is left in the tank. 2-0.
Kind of fell off that one towards the first base side, working underneath it just a little bit at 91 on the fastball. He's a grinder.
He's shaking it off again. That's the one. Maybe it wasn't. He said yes and then continued to stare in.
Yeah, with the runner on second base going through a series of signs.
2-0 to the pitcher Liriano, who has 1 hit all season. And only 11 in his entire career, 12 with the one this year. Earned a little respect with that line drive the last time up. High pop up, back is short. Barmes is there. Squeezes the final out. Bottom of the 6th. The Padres trail 2-0. It'll be Norris, Upton, and Kemp. Derek Norris. Couple of strikeouts tonight. See if he can get something going for San Diego. A runner trying to steal. It's his 15th caught stealing to lead the major leagues. Takes care of Polanco. That's not all he's done this year. Here are the leaders at catcher for the National League in the balloting for the All-Star game. Yadier Molina, every year right there. Buster Posey, can't argue with those two, but come on now. Montero, Brzezinski, and Norris. Norris's numbers, slugging better, caught stealing better, more doubles, more hits. Got to get some love here. Come on, folks, get out there and vote for the Padre catcher.
Absolutely. A lot of it has to do with the markets, and a lot of it has to do with popularity contest. Derek Norris was an all-star last year with the Swinging A's of Oakland, and very all-star worthy. And let's take into consideration what he's done behind the plate. Calling good games. Being the wall back there, saving runs when runners are at third base. See if he can get something started here.
I would shudder to think where this team would be without Derek Norris.
He and Upton offensively for a couple of weeks carrying the team. Well, he's had a lot of success against left-handed pitching this year, but not Liriano tonight. Struck out both times up.
Shift on the left side.
85 pitches now for Liriano. Shields was campaigning. We were looking in when he came off the field, talking with considerable animation with Buddy Black. And you wondered if he wasn't saying, hey, come on, let me go out there for the 7th inning. And Bud was really interrogating him. And they made some kind of decision right there.
Yeah, with the pitch count over 100. He battled tonight, and it was just that one changeup that Alvarez beat the shift on that scored those 2 runs.
Another foul at the plate. Boy, that sinking stuff of Liriano. A lot of smothered ground balls around home plate. Yeah, apparently Shields is done. But that was Almonte that he went over to congratulate on the catch he made.
You know, they're, as position players, and I'm sure Steve Finley can talk about this as well. You know, there are pitchers that go out there and you play behind them, and you want to score runs, obviously. But then there are certain pitchers that go out there and bust their tail and are gamers each and every night. And you come in and say, come on, let's go. Let's get some runs for this guy. He's busting his tail. Right, Steve?
Absolutely. You know, he's a gamer. He's been a big pitcher for these guys all year. And they have scored runs for him, and you hate when you don't, especially when he's putting up forth the effort he is tonight.
Well, 3 straight times Norris punched out. 11 strikeouts for Liriano. He hit his season high last outing against the Mets with 12. 94 miles an hour on that strikeout.
Went up the ladder.
Justin Upton has struck out and walked. Shift. Not drastic. Second baseman Walker stays on the second base side.
You know, it's very easy for a starting pitcher to go up the tunnel, go into the clubhouse, and take off the uniform and sit back and watch the game. But James Shields remaining on the bench, rooting for his teammates.
Mystery stuff from Liriano. The invisible ball keeps avoiding Wood.
Good change up there. Steve Finley, I know you played with Kevin Brown. Similarities between James Shields and Kevin Brown as far as like coming to the dugout after an inning and trying to fire up the troops?
Brownie would just do it with his looks.
High fly ball right field. Polanco comes in for it. 2 away.
One thing I liked about Brownie was that he did have that intensity. You would come into the ballpark in his dugout, and he would have his hands on his head in his dugout, just concentrating on the night's game. And he did not care if he gave up a hard line drive. He hated it when he gave up bloopers. That would make him so mad. He actually ripped a sign off the wall one day. He was so mad.
Tried to eat it, huh? So 2 gone in the 6th inning. Matt Kemp, like Derek Norris, struck out both times. Ball 1. He struck out 2 in the first, Liriano, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, struck out the side in the fourth, 2 more in the last inning, and he has 1 already here in the 6th. That ball tagged well, right center field. McCutchen is there. 1, 2, 3 go the Padres in the 6th. 2-0 Pittsburgh. At Busch Stadium, St. Louis, Randall Grichuk, a double off Mike Bolsinger early in the game. The Cardinals didn't need many runs. John Lester shut out the Dodgers. It was a 3-0 final in St. Louis for the Cardinals. And our pitching change as Frank Garces comes in from the bullpen, brought to you by El Cajon Ford.
Enter left-hander Frank Garces. See the splits on the lefties. We talked about that last night. He needs to bring down that average against the left-handers. 316 and righties at a 257 clip. Trying to hold the Buccos at 2.
Shields 105 pitches tonight, allowed 2 runs earned, 6 hits, walked 2, hit 1, and struck out 6. Top of the order, Polanco, Walker, and McCutchen against Garces. Polanco a bunt single and a couple of fly balls to center. First pitch strike. The attendance tonight, 28,317. Look for a big crowd tomorrow, possible sellout. Matt Kemp camouflage jerseys given to all in attendance. Plus the pet bandana. That's what I'm going for.
I'm going to use it as a pocket square.
Yeah, I don't have a dog anymore, so you know how we are in those squares. I wonder what color they are. They're kind of
I don't know. Yeah. I remember the last one was like blue and white. Pretty much go with anything.
Padres colors, probably. 1-2 to Polanco.
Well, good sign that Garces getting ahead and then wasting that pitch. Got to be careful. Don't leave that breaking ball over the heart of the plate.
Sharply struck, but to the left side. Backhand Barmas. Quick throw in time. Respecting Polanco's speed, he had to hurry it over to first base. Well, we saluted tonight before the game the firefighters, the men and women that protect us here in San Diego. And this is a terrific hat, San Diego Fire with the flag and all. You could throw that into the next charity event as well.
Sure.
Maybe up in Alpine, your fire friends up there.
Yeah, the guys are watching up there all the time.
Broken bat and a foul ball. And they had a terrific ceremony before the game along the first base line. They lined up with their wives, and a $10,000 check by the Padres to go to protecting their future. And each one enjoying the opportunity, as the military do on Sunday, to go to a position and meet one of the Padre players. A lot of things going right here at Petco Park. Walker batting right-handed for the first time. And a 2-hopper to Middlebrooks. Squares up and throws him out. 2 away.
Nice job of recognizing that big hop, playing that big hop, and Middlebrooks playing it back rather than trying to charge that ball on the short hop. Watch as he recognizes it. Big hop. I'm going to play it back and play that big hop. It's right at the chest. Plenty of time to throw over to first base for the out. Thinking about charging it, and then
he has an easy flowing arm. He could be the kind of guy in a blowout game and come in and pitch with that kind of action. Bud Black's going to go to the pen. Garza's got his 2 men out, so Dale Thayer will come in to pitch to Andrew McCutchen. Frank Garces, he got his 2 men out. Enter Dale Thayer. He draws Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen 0 for 2 tonight with a walk after a 3-hit night last night in the 11-5 Pittsburgh win. The Bucks lead at 2-0 tonight. 3 innings to go for the Padres. James Shields will not win his 7th, but a rally would get him off the hook. Fly ball to right as McCutchen, first ball swinging on Thayer, and Kemp collects it for the out as the Pirates go 1-2-3 in the 7th.
Trailing 2-0, and the San Diego State Aztec baseball team begins regional action tonight. They're in Lake Elsinore, and the team's motto, "Win for Gwynn," was evident today as they all went and took a photo by the number 19 Gwynn sign out in the outfield. Update on them right now: top of the 8th, tied at 3 against UC Santa Barbara. Dick.
All right, thanks for that update, and we'll try to check out how Southern California, the Trojans, they played the Cavaliers of Virginia this afternoon. We'll get that information for you. And good luck to the Aztecs. Jared Hughes is the new hurler for Pittsburgh. 303 lefties are batting, 294, so he gives up hits, but not a lot of runs. The right-hander faces Will Middlebrooks. Got to be refreshing to get Liriano out of there. He handcuffed the Padres. 6 innings, no runs, only 3 hits, 1 walk, and 11 strikeouts. So 95 pitches.
So this right-hander, kind of low 3/4 arm angle, 2-pitch pitcher, fastball slider.
2-0 to Middlebrooks, who has 1 of the 3 hits tonight off Liriano, a double. Jerko and Barmas with singles. And off the mark, 3-0.
Hey, a bloop and a blast.
Ball 4. So Hughes comes in, a 4-pitch walk and a leadoff base on balls. That might be boding good things for the Padres here in the bottom of the 7th inning. As we check on the DraftKings players you were coached to watch from the pregame show. Yeah, let's see. Alvarez 2 for 3, some points there. How about Cameron Maben 2 for 3, 2 singles for Atlanta this evening.
Put together some good games for the Atlanta Braves since the trade, and if you want to play along, go to DraftKings.com and enter the promo code Friars.
Jed Jerko steps up. See if that leadoff walk opens the gates for the Padres here, trailing 2-0 in the 7th. a strike to Jerko, who has a single in 2 at-bats tonight. The final of the other game being played over at the Diamond in Lake Elsinore, Virginia beat USC 6-1. Double elimination, that tournament, 4 teams. And then the winners advance to the Super Regionals prior to the College World Series. Benoit and Kelly, 2 right-handers getting ready.
Guessing if the Padres tie it or take the lead, it'll be Benoit. If not, Sean Kelly.
Way inside, waved at and missed. Only 3 hits for the Padres tonight. Jerko has 1 of them. Middlebrooks with a leadoff walk. Padres have the tying run at the plate. Chop, a slow roller, tough play for Gong. He can't make it. First 2 men are on. The tying run aboard here with no one out in the 7th. Swinging bunt single for Jed Jerko.
Find a way to get on any way you can. A walk, a line drive. How about a swinging bunt down the left side of the infield? How about a Fresca? Put some pressure on the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Padres have to feel some relief with Liriano out of the game. Now they face Hughes, and they've got 2 men aboard. The tying run at first, Jerko. Middlebrooks over at second. Almonte against Liriano, struck out both times. Now hitting left-handed. Good speed, Almonte. See how the Padres play it here in the 7th.
Get it down.
Takes it out of the strike zone, ball 1.
Oof. They appealed on that one. I thought he may have kind of poked at it a little bit, but on the appeal, Laz Diaz says no.
Padres trying to move the 2 runners into scoring position. Ball 2. Alvarez charging hard from first. He's got to hope that Almonte isn't going to take a full swing. With 2-0, a gambling manager might just say, hey, take a cut at 1. Alvarez will come in much farther from where he's positioned. Here he comes. And the swing and a hit to left center field. That may go all the way to the wall. Here comes Middlebrooks. He scores. Jerko rounding third. Here he comes. The throw. No throw. The Padres tie it on Almonte's double. Indeed, James Shields off the hook. A walk, a swinging bunt single, and a line drive double.
Showing bunt, ball 1. Showing bunt, ball 2. Take it off. And with the bunt, the first 2 attempts, Hughes is probably thinking, okay, he's going to try to put it down. He throws it over the center of the plate. Guess what? Next thing you know, tied at 2 and a runner in scoring position.
Managers like umpires are always on a platform of criticism. Well, you got to give them praise too. How about Bud Black? Set it up with a bunt, look it, and then bang, a double. He got a ball that they thought would be tough to bunt. It was good to hit, and he drives in 2. He had 2 RBIs all year, Almonte. Doubles it up with that swing, and with no one out, the Padres have a chance to take the lead. Spangenberg to hit for Barmes.
Lay it down here, get him over to third base.
Ball 1. So no win for Liriano and no loss for Shields, the 2 starting pitchers. Backfired on Clint Hurdle. His man, 95 pitches, had not allowed a run. Liriano in only 3 hits. Good bunt, really good bunt. Only 1 play to first. And Spangenberg out. The go-ahead score 90 feet away is Almonte with excellent speed, moved along by Spangenberg.
Good back control, great back control on the part of Corey Spangenberg. Perfectly deadens that ball. High fives all the way around.
Will Venable introduced. And that brings Hurdle to the mound, undoubtedly to go to a left-handed pitcher. We'll see. He only has one out there, Tony Watson, and Watson basically is the closer. So a break in the action. The Padres have tied it up. It's 2-all here in the bottom of the 7th. Go-ahead score 90. To you by Mercury Insurance. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com and see how much you could save. And by Petco, what we feed them matters. Will Venable with runners in scoring position, hitting a lusty .467, 7 for 15. And he'll face the right-hander Archimedes Caminero. Infield in. First pitch is low, ball 1. Spangenberg, pinch hitter, sacrifice, moving Almonte to third, 1 out.
Caminero, 3-pitch pitcher, fastball, cutter, and a split, upper 90s.
Inside, 2-0, 97 on that fastball.
Yeah, we're talking 95. He's gotten up to 101.
When called upon to play, Venables jumped off the bench and done a good job. Off speed, a splitter. 2-1.
I tell you, that's the equalizer when you throw upper 90s and then you drop the split finger at 87 or 88.
Ground ball. Yeah, the play's at the plate, and they've got him hung up. Almonte, Alvarez chasing him to third. Here comes Almonte to the plate now, and finally they didn't get the tag there, and a good job by Almonte to allow Venable to get to second, almost around to third. At least he got Venable back into scoring position. Well, that's the do or die on contact. Yeah. Almonte was heading home.
And as soon as that ball was off the bat, he was going. And like you said, Dick, now it's Almonte's job. And believe me, this takes a lot out of the runner. Starting and stopping, going full bore. And as you mentioned, Will Venable getting into second base in scoring position.
3-5, 2-3 if you're scoring. Safe on the fielder's choice, Venable. So now it's Solarte trying to give the Padres the lead. He's grounded out all 3 at bats against Liriano. Solid from the left side all season long. Ball 1, 97. Solarte, another Padres, been excellent with runners in scoring position and 2 outs, hitting .471, 8 for 17. Ooh, almost to the dirt, and in the dirt, but almost to the backstop, and a good bluff by Cervelli. 2-0 now. Solarte can sit on a pitch that he might like. And Venable with excellent speed, ready to race home from second base.
And good secondary lead in case that split finger gets away from Cervelli to take third base.
Ooh, low strike. 2-1. Plenty out at 97 miles an hour. Well, good call by plate umpire Blazer right there at the knees. That's outside. 3-1. Derek Norris is on deck. $28,317 trying to help the Padres rally from 2-0 down. It's tied at 2. There's the splitter. Well out of the strike zone. And the count is full.
Well, out of the hand, especially 3-1. That looks like a heater coming at you. But when you throw that hard, check it out of the hand. See the rotation? Tough to lay off.
Bounced off home plate, and that can take a funny bounce. And Cervelli did a good job. But he loses him on that pitch. A 2-out walk to Solarte. And it'll be up to Derek Norris with runners at first and second. Norris has had a rough night. Struck out all 3 times. And Norris with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. The Padres are bringing the right men up here. He's hitting .400, 8 for 20. So Venable, Solarte, Norris, all 3 better than a .400 average, .400 or better. Let's see if Norris is the man. Right man at the right spot. They might be croaking from the first base dugout. .98 strike. Middlebrooks and Dave Roberts, the bench coach. Middlebrooks has contributed again tonight, a double and a walk. That leadoff walk starting things here in the 7th. Strike 2, right down the middle.
That was some live stuff coming out of the hand of Caminero.
Now he's in a position to throw that wicked splitter.
Yep. Base runners on your toes in case it bounces.
Struck him out. Oh. Norris all 4 times. I think we jinxed him with all the praise in the pregame. But the Padres have tied it. Abraham Almonte driving the ball up the gap in left center field. Give the Padres a couple of runs and a tie in the 7th.
Petco Park. It's a 2-2 ball game, top of the 8th inning. Steve Finley, Mike Pomeranz working on Padres Live, the post-game show, which will be brought to you by Cox Communications. Padres scratching their way back into this one after having difficulty against Francisco Liriano, but now in the bullpen, and Abraham Almonte delivered.
Absolutely. Big hit by him right there. He was supposed to sacrifice the first two, fell behind, got ahead in the count 2-0. Buddy let him swing away. Big double, clutch double right there. The Padres needed that. Getting Liriano out of the game, getting in the Pirates bullpen. Now next inning, you got the 3, 4, and 5 coming up.
Yeah, the Padres looking for their first walk-off win of the season, hoping to bring you that right after the final out. In addition to that, we'll also take you around the big league, show you some really interesting plays. In fact, a couple you might not likely see again on any particular given night. And we're going to hear from Buddy Black. All that for you and a whole lot more coming up tonight after the final out. Dick and Mark.
Yeah, that's a must. Padres Live, the post-game show with Steve Finley joining Mike Pomeranz. So stay with us right after the final out, as the Padres bring in Joaquin Benoit to face Starling Marte. Jung Ho Gung, and then Pedro Alvarez for the Pirates in the 8th.
Great splits for Joaquin Benoit. Lefties 194 and righties just under 100 at 094.
There's that changeup, diving down and in to the right-handed hitter. Middlebrooks moves over to shortstop. Spangenberg at third base. Middlebrooks started one game at short this year. Marte, infield hit, struck out wild pitch and scored a run in the 3rd. And then struck out again facing Shields in the 5th. 95 on the fastball. 1-2. Six-year-old Marte leads the team in home runs and RBIs. A breakthrough year for the young man last season. Hit .291, 13 homers and 56 runs batted in. Trying to improve upon that this season. Off to a terrific 2-month start. There's your lineup tomorrow night, 6:30 here on Fox Sports San Diego. Hope to see you here in person. Charlie Morton for the Buccos, and Tyson Ross looks for his 3rd win for the Padres. Reaches out and spoils that one.
Well, covering the whole plate. That was a little slider. Probably Benoit's 3rd best pitch. He's got the fastball, mid-90s, changeup, and then that slider, Marte. Well off the plate, fouls it off to stay alive.
One ball, 2 strikes to Marte. Broken bat ground ball to Spangenberg. Or the ball finds you right away, doesn't it? One away. Just into the game at third base. Throws out Marte.
Good call, Professor. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this particular game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres. Hey, Professor, I ask you, how huge is that play at the plate now that James Shields covered?
Absolutely.
Right?
And a very tough call by the umpire and even in the review, the challenge. Jung Ho Gung, he has a 10-game hitting streak going, but 0 for 2 tonight, hit by a pitch. Takes a lot of pitches, over 4 pitches per plate appearance. And that's the most by any shortstop in the National League. Change up, 1-1. signed him from South Korea for a 4-year deal, $11 million. Play 3 positions, actually all 4 positions that they needed a first baseman. And power, we saw it last night. 2-1 slider from Benoit. Three and one.
Well, Steve Finley made a great point as Mike Pomerantz and Steve Finley coming out of that last break. You look at the Padres. It's so important for Benoit to hold the Pirates. Upton, Kemp, Middlebrooks due up for San Diego in their half of the 8th.
He's fallen behind Gong. 3-1. And he walked him. That'll bring up Pedro Alvarez, who is 2 for 3 in a hard ground ball out. Alvarez knocked in the 2 runs for the Pirates back in the 3rd inning with a single beating the shift through the left side, and they're going to employ the shift on him here with Spangenberg moving from 3rd base over to the 2nd base side. Middlebrooks will guard the left side of the infield. Strike 194 with a run on that fastball. But if the Padres could turn a double play here, it'll be the first time the combination of Spangenberg and Middlebrooks in the middle of the infield would turn it. Occasionally they'll practice together, anticipating an alignment like this, but not expected. But it could happen tonight.
You think the outfield's playing no doubles?
I think so. Out of play.
And look at how deep Almonte is playing in center field. I thought he was going to take his glove and go home for a second there. just get a little walk in, keeping the legs loose.
Yep. And the only way a ball goes over Upton's head in left field is if it goes in the seats. Two strikes. Benoit to Alvarez.
Well, he's going to be hard to double up. Top 3 in the National League. Hardest to double up in a double ground into a double play. Freddie Freeman, Polanco, and Alvarez. Top 3 in the National League. He's yet to ground into one.
Benoit working at a snail's pace as per usual. Well over 30 seconds between pitches.
It's going to have to be a hot one hopper probably in an infield in turn 2.
Got him. Changeup. It's a beauty. First strikeout for Benoit.
You got that right, Dick. That was one of the better changeups that Benoit's thrown here. The bottom just drops right out of it. And it gets Alvarez out on that front foot, nearly bringing him to his knees.
Brings up Francisco Cervelli, the catcher, who's had himself a couple of very good games. He was 3 for 5 last night, a double and 2 trips and a walk tonight. Misses outside. Don't forget Young over at first base. He has 3 stolen bases. It's not like he doesn't run. It's a strike. Slider. He's up in the zone, though. That's a change up on the inside edge, barely. 1-2. Meanwhile, checking the scoreboard, the Giants have won, so they move into first place after a terrible start. San Francisco, the World Series champs, have leapfrogged all the way up the NL West and now are a half game in front of the Dodgers. 21 wins in May and another day left. 1-2. Got him swinging. Strike three. Another changeup. Couple of strikeouts of Alvarez and Cervelli with well-crafted changes. And we're coming up to the bottom of the 8th inning. It'll be Upton leading it off for the Padres. And if they should get on, following Upton, it's Kemp and Middlebrooks. Almonte's two-run double in the 7th inning, tying the game at 2, and now the bottom of the 8th inning, and the Padres will see Tony Watson, hard-throwing left-hander. He's gone 15 straight scoreless appearances, Watson. ERA 1.38.
Tony Watson. He good. Left-hander throws a fastball, a changeup, and a slider. 91-96.
He is to the Pirates bullpen what Joaquin Benoit is for the Padres. And then Mark Melanson is the closer. Upton, a strikeout, a walk, and a fly to right. 93 on the first fastball from Watson.
Watson kind of throws across his body a little bit. Low 3/4 arm action.
Good news for Aztec fans. San Diego State beat UC Santa Barbara 4-3 tonight.
Very nice.
So they will play Virginia tomorrow, the two winners. Swing and a miss, 1-2. And the two losers, Southern Californians, UC Santa Barbara will play. The loser of that game is eliminated. Double elimination, so you win, you move on, and it gets really interesting. It could go all the way to Monday to decide the Super Regional. getting word from Lake Elsinore that the Aztecs won on a steal of home 4-3. Wouldn't that make Tony Gwynn smile?
That's great.
Steve Polaris stole home and stole the win 4-3 for San Diego State. Two balls, two strikes to Upton. Three and two.
Good eye. Trying to keep the ball away.
Line drive, base hit, right center field. Over quickly, McCutchen to field and get it in. Leadoff man on is Upton, a solid stroke to right center.
Well, it's worth another look, ladies and gentlemen, because this is a beautiful at-bat by Justin Upton. Tie score, and Watson's trying to keep everything away. He goes up the ladder there, fastball, fastball, pulls the string on the changeup. Now here's the big pitch. Right after this one. Right after this one. He stayed on it. They caught a lot of the plate. The two prior pitches were off. Great takes by Justin Upton. But how about Dick? You talk about going the opposite way. That's exactly where that ball was pitched. He didn't try to pull it, and he's aboard. That was beautiful.
That's why he's leading the Padres in hitting in part. And here's Kemp, takes a breaking ball. Well, a running fastball at 94. That had a lot of movement for a fastball at 94.
Yeah, he can get up there about 95, 96, Tony Watson.
Kemp has struck out twice and fly to right. Ground ball right side, gloved. There's one, and then back to first base, a double play. Oh my. Nice glove by Walker, backhanded, flip to Mercer and back to Alvarez for the 4-6-3 double play.
You know, all those pitches away to Upton. Watson goes in on Kemp. Matt does his best to try to fight it off and fight it through that hole. Good glove work, good footwork around the second base bag.
Yeah, quite a pirouette there by Mercer to complete the double play. Here's Middlebrooks. Double, strikeout, and a walk. It was a leadoff walk in the last inning that started the rally for the Padres as Jerko a swinging bunt single, and then Almonte brought them both home with a double to left center. 2-0. Middlebrooks in the last 5 games with 9 hits, 2 of them homers. Just missed that one. High to center field. Oh. And it comes down in the glove of McCutchen for the final out. On to the 9th inning. It's still tied at 2-aside. Posey busts that one deep. A 2-run shot for the Giants on their way to a 4-2 victory. As we check now at the National University standings. As Posey rounds the bases, the Giants, for the first time this year, have moved into first place. The Dodgers lost in St. Louis 3-0, and San Francisco, what a month of May, 21 wins.
You know, a lot of that, the pitching coming around, and also Hunter Pence now healthy and back in the lineup. And Buster Posey seems to be always in the middle of things.
Craig Kimbrell comes in to work the 9th inning for the Padres. He'll face Jordy Mercer, the pitcher spot, and then Polanco, the leadoff man.
Quite the contrast of that man there. Randy Jones, the left-hander, Cy Young Award winner, as compared to Craig Kimbrell on the mound now.
Jose Tapia is in the on-deck circle and apparently will pinch hit for Watson. Mercer 0 for 3 tonight, a strikeout, a ground out, and a fly ball out. First pitch at 98. And then the breaking ball, wicked. 0-2.
That's a good word, wicked. I like it.
Rob Scahill getting loose. If the Pirates should score, then we'd expect to see Mark Melanson, who is their closer. Oh, he's swinging at a whisper there. That ball sounded around the letters. One away.
That is free and easy petrol coming right at you. Outer third. Oh, you think he's a little tardy on that one? Mercer not even close.
Tapia has been up and down, just recalled from the minor leagues. He's had 9 at-bats this year with 3 hits. A sign of the talent on this Pittsburgh roster that Tapia, who's been a regular in the past, unable to get playing time, so they sent him to the minor leagues. Breaking ball misses outside. Again. Curveball 2-1. Hit 282 last year with the Pirates. Tapia. Up the middle, 2 hops to Barmes behind the bag at second to throw him out. 2 away. No, that's Middlebrooks, not Barmes there. Shortstop. Excuse me, he's moved over to third with the player changes, and Spangenberg playing at third base. 2 away. Let's go back to our keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Well, the first key was cool off the Bucks. 6 hits, 2 runs tonight. They've been swinging the bats well. They've won 7 in a row and continue the trend against left-handed pitchers. Padres 10th in Major League Baseball, 264. 3 hits allowed off Liriano, which he allowed rather, and 2 singles and a double.
Leadoff hitter Polanco. A bunt single in 4 trips. Takes a strike on a curveball. Liriano flashed all-star stuff. 6 innings, no runs, 3 hits, and 11 strikeouts. Pirates got to Jared Hughes in relief for 2 quick runs in the 7th. Another breaking ball, 1-1.
Spidey in the house. Trying to Padres trying to catch those Pirates in their web. Stop them. Very cute.
Three straight breaking balls to Polanco. 1-2.
Dick, if you had a chance to put on a helmet, just stand in the box against Kimbrel, would you want to experience that? Just to get a feel.
Yeah, I did that once against Nolan Ryan.
Did you?
Yeah, I asked him, and he eased up. I think it was maybe 85-90. Even then, it was scary.
Yeah.
Then I backed down and said, "Now show your real stuff." Swing and a miss. Another breaking ball. Couple of strikeouts and a 1-2-3 inning for Craig Kimbrel. Padres turn in the home half of the ninth, and Jed Jerko will be leading it off for San Diego. Almonte in at first and second. He's going to bunt. Takes 2. Now Bud says swing away, and so he does. A shot to left center field that brought home both Middlebrooks and Jerko to tie the game. A double for Almonte. Our Bill Howell play of the game. Rob Scahill, former Colorado Rocky, comes out of the bullpen for Pittsburgh. With the Rockies the last 3 seasons, up and down from Colorado Springs. There are his numbers this year, 16 games.
And Scahill is a 4-pitch pitcher, fastball, slider, curveball, change. Mid-90s, you get up to about 96 on that 2-seam fastball. In the minor leagues, predominantly a starter. Then at the big league level, predominantly out of the bullpen.
Grew up in Illinois, high school at Villa Park, Illinois, and served his college time at Bradley University. So a Bradley Brave against a West Virginia Mountaineer here to start the 9th inning. Jerko 2 for 3. The only Padre with a pair of hits tonight. His last was a swinging bunt single that followed the walk to Middlebrooks in the 7th inning. Set the stage for that double by Almonte. Way outside, 2-0.
Haven't walked off at home this year, Professor. I think tonight would be a nice night for number 1, don't you think?
Overdue. It's almost 2 months into the season, the 50th game. Almonte and Spangenberg to follow here in the bottom of the 9th. Ball 3. So Jared Hughes, when he came in to relieve Liriano to open the 7th inning, walked the leadoff man, and sure enough, the man came around to score. Fastball at 92, 3-1. Couple of home runs for Jerko. There's the star so far. Almonte with that one big swing, the 2-run double. Outside, ball 4. That's often the formula for success if you're the team receiving the walk, or disaster if you're on the other side. And Hurdle couldn't be too pleased about Scahill coming in and walking the leadoff man. See how the Padres play it here.
I think he's going to be laying it down.
Padres 1 for 13 with 8 strikeouts against Liriano. But since the 5th inning, 5 for 14 and a couple of runs. Infield looking for the sacrifice.
Let's have some good back control here as you take a look at the defense for the Pirates. Good back control, get that bunt down with that first baseman holding on the runner.
Almonte has 1 sacrifice bunt, and he pulls back, ball 1. Cervelli out to talk to Scahill.
Making sure everybody's on the same page here. The Pirates anticipating the bunt again.
This time it's not the first baseman, but the third baseman, Gung, who will be charging. So Almonte, if indeed he's sacrificing, will try to place it between the pitching mound and first base.
And as a runner, you see that ball off the bat going right down towards the dirt. You're off and running.
And it's a perfect bunt. Well done. Oh, he threw it away. The runners keep right on going. Jerko to third. Almonte to second. Oh, my. Sacrifice error pitcher. And it's second and third with no one out.
Perfect bunt, but you got to complete it by making a good throw. Not even close. He yanked it. And the reaction? Everybody's up on their feet.
Well, now it forces Clint Hurdle to walk Spangenberg, load the bases, and hope they can bring the infield and outfield in and come up with some form of defensive miracle. Strikeout double play. But the Padres in the driver's seat now here in the bottom of the 9th, thanks to the generosity of the Pirates pitcher, Rob Scahill. He walks the leadoff man and then throws away a bunt.
You know what I noticed in that conversation? Clint Hurdle going out to the mound, calm, cool, collected.
Right.
Nothing panicking. I mean, he knows what the players are thinking. So he goes out there, just make sure everybody's on the same page. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put them on. Then we're going to bring the infield in. We'll do something with the outfield, whatever the case may be. If you get a grounder, you're playing catch with Cervelli at the plate for the force out if they get a grounder.
Well, they load him up. And Alexi Amarista is going to hit for the pitcher Kimbrel. Some managers, including Buddy Black, in this situation will bring in one of the outfielders to play in the infield, and 5-man infield. Of course, the play directed at home plate, try to get that force. And this first at bat is critical.
Boy, 3 chances to get that run home. Nobody out. Bases are blown a .08.
And indeed, they're going to bring one of the outfielders either into the infield or make a substitution. That's what they're going to do. They bring in the extra infielder.
Looks like Sean Rodriguez, Dick.
It is Rodriguez. So they'll play 2 outfielders, Polanco and Marte. And the 2 wings, center field wide open. And Rodriguez will form the 5-man picket fence on the infield, hoping that Amarista will hit it on the ground and they can get the force at the plate.
Look at all that room in the outfield there with the 5 infielders.
Amarista on the season has 9 runs batted in. Hitting .188, however. Ground ball, and here's the play at the plate. 1 out, and they almost had a chance to get another at third base. Cervelli didn't throw, but late getting over there was Almonte.
Wow, I'm really surprised. It looked like Gung was over there. Let's take a look. Force at the plate. Plate catch with Cervelli. Wow. Looked like Gung was over there.
So the infield remains a 5-man infield. Pays off as Walker throws out Jerko easily at the plate. Now it's Solarte. 3 ground outs and a walk tonight. He takes a strike on a slider. Winning run there at third, carried by Almonte. Chop by the mound. Going to be a tough play at the plate, but it's a force, and they get him. So 2 away. Now the infield can move back, and they can form a 3-man outfield again. So neither Amarista nor Solarte can get the ball through that 5-man infield.
Cervelli setting himself up like a first baseman. Force play. Got him.
Bases remain loaded, but now 2 outs, and the winning run carried by Spangenberg.
What a nice stretch by Cervelli there.
Derek Norris, if any man is due, it's this fella. Up 4 times tonight and struck out all 4 times. Can make amends right now. Ball 1. Liriano struck him out 3 times. And Caminero got him as well.
Scale can get a little erratic at times.
High fly ball to deep left center field. McCutchen on the run. He's still going back. And it's gone! A grand slam for Derek Norris. Catcher with a dramatic grand slam to walk it off 4-0. 4 times strikes out, and then 1 swing, 4 runs for Derek Norris. Oh my! First walk-off win for the Padres this year. Let's go down to Chris Button with the hero of the night.
Well, Derek Norris, tell me, I know it was a tough couple at bats heading into that one. What were you looking for against Cahill there?
Tell you what, That was one of the worst performances offensively I've ever had. But, we battled all night. Just trying to get the barrel on the ball and left something out over the middle for me and carried out of the ballpark.
You say tough. What adjustments did you make there?
I got nothing for you. Just trying to make contact and trying to put the ball in play. Just got a good pitch to hit.
We've seen how this team is able to come back. What is it about the guys here? Well-deserved Gatorade bat with the Mohawk. What is it about this team that's able to come back the way that you guys have proven this season?
We got a lot of competitors. We got a lot of guys that love the game of baseball. Come out here and grind each day. And you know what? Hopefully this is first of many walk-offs for these great fans out here in San Diego.
Well, go celebrate. You deserve it. Dick?
Thank you, Chris. Derek Norris then, as he had said, one of his worst nights, striking out 4 times, and he atones for all those well forgotten with a grand slam home run, and the Padres walk off with a 6-2 win over the Pirates tonight. And for Norris, it is his second career slam. Final score, Padres 6, Pirates 2. Here's Mike Pomerantz.
Well, there's no way to top that, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. Almonte, yeah, you should be pumped up. We're going to keep you pumped up when we see you on the postgame show. One more look at Derek Norris's big blast, all the big hits that led up to this. We'll talk about the pitching and the great job the bullpen did to keep this game close. Some crazy plays as well, and you're going to hear from what we expect to be a smiling Buddy Black.